Man, what's good, family, man? I see y'all easing in the building, man. What's good with y'all, man? Good to be with y'all before that new year changeover in the middle of the damn winter. Is that one of them pseudo statements? I think it is. Man, I'm gonna let the people come up in this building, man. Very interesting, man. We got a good one today. Very, very interesting conversation last night, man. Go back and look at the download, man. It was real interesting, man. Very, very interesting, man. Y'all see the title of the show, man. LookerShip exposed, man. Should foundational Black Americans trust it? The red flags. Man, Pseudo Killer, man. I see you in the building, Sister Sci-Fi. Top-notch supporter. That's what I'm going to call you. You ain't mad if I call you that. Top-notch supporter, are you? Top-notch supporter and a fact checker in her own right. Ain't that better? That's better than, I ain't gonna call you a pseudo killer, but you're a top-notch fact checker. What? John Winter. What's up, man? Yeah, it's live, man. We live, man. West Africa. What's good with you, man? Peace, man. Black Sun. What's good? Venice. 2X. First in the building, man. Let the people get up in here, man, because we got a good one, man. Yup. 24,000 in the building, man. Man, we've been up there. Appreciating all the support, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and get a membership, y'all. I think it's like $2. Get it, man. Geechee, Dan Buford, man. Emerson Village in the house, man. Oh, man. He used to hustle down there. And Emerson Village. Man. Emerson Avenue. Let's go to Emerson Avenue. I can't think of that club, man. It was called the Underground, bro. You remember that, man? Yeah, I know. Shug, you just refuse to read, yo. And sometimes, yo, you just gotta read. As smart as you are, bro, apply that. Bright Street, I see you. Yeah. I see you from Baltimore, man. See you from Baltimore all day. It was a dangerous Emerson Village, man. Dangerous spot, man. For real. We used to go to the breakfast spot, yo. It wasn't in Emerson Village. I'm trying to think, what was this shit called? Down there off of Pulaski. What's the street? Is it Emerson? It ain't Emerson Village. What the hell is it? God dang, bro. I just forgot, man. What's up? Objective perspective. Yeah, man, we're gonna be talking about subjective and objective. It's important, man. Yep. Pulaski. That's off of Emerson Avenue, right? Yeah, that's off of Emerson Avenue. Correct? I got that right? Gotta be. I'm thinking, right? I ain't been there. I ain't been in that part of town in a while. Okay, I got you. Pulaski run across that. That's not up there near the village, though. Okay, it's coming back. Yep, used to hustle right down there near the Underground. Crazy. My man, Massenberg. Yep, we had the free pass to hustle down there because of him. Serious dude, man. Yep. So, yeah, man, we let the people come in here, man. Let them get it together, man. Hope some of the bros and sisters stop through. But we got a good one. I'm telling you, we do. Chris, what you mean, Chris? Who, Chris? Yep. Y'all see the title? We're going to have to do some readership. I'm trying to figure out which way should I go with this. Because, you know, we had the dude on yesterday and he was saying that talking about to him that was black people. He had a point. He had a point. You would call them people black people, right? But that's based off of people applying that term, all right, based off of the development of the pseudoscientific idea of race. Okay? That's how I can say that. I can back that right there. And so if you read that, I could see how you could, that's why, I just want to get more patient. I want to stay real patient. Cause we got to. This ain't the easy thing, yo. This ain't the easy one, man. This ain't the one where you download a YouTube video and might have to get a couple books and read it, man. Big up to all the pseudo killers, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, though. We want to get to 10,000 subscribers. You got to get to 5,000 before you get to 10,000. Trying to make that walk back up that damn hill, boy. They kicked us off the hill and they took the channels. We're going to get back, though. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. During the broadcast, when we hear something pseudo, that alert gonna come out. It's an alarm system. It detects the pseudos. It's already preset to catch people flying in a non-fly zone. Catch you when you spooked out and making claims, trying to act like they're scientific. You trigger the alarm system. Don't trigger the alarm system. What's going on? Audio, did I say that right? Probably not. 42. OTTIO. RTO. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, man. 42. Yeah. Yep. So let's get going. All right. Let's get this thing cranking, man. Get it up a little bit. Get right into it a little bit here. All right. Man, it's all good. And I'm appreciating everybody sliding through here, man. I know y'all getting ready to hang out tonight. I know y'all is, y'all. I know y'all is.
We
Yeah, man, y'all know what it is, man. I'm your host, Bobby Banger, man. Man, we double streaming from the Pseudo Killer channel and right here at the Community of Skeptics. Yeah. All day, every day. Man, so why is skepticism important? Got a nice little document. Let me scroll to the document. Why is skepticism important? You know it is, right? It's a tool in the toolkit, along with scientific literacy. Tool in the toolkit. All right. Man, we trying to defeat our senses. Because you know you got senses versus science, right? We're going to talk about that a little bit. We sure are. Can I get to this thing on why skepticism is so important, man? Let's see. It really is. And y'all thought being skeptical was a white man thing. Y'all, wow, that's a white man. Well, you just supposed to believe it. You believe it. Our ancestors believed. Our ancestors believe it, thus it is true. Yeah, that's wild. So what is the value of skepticism? One of the most important, powerful defenses, man, against sloppy thinking and intellectual laziness is skepticism. It's a defense against sloppy thinking and intellectual laziness. It's skepticism. The term doesn't mean rejecting everything, though, y'all. We ain't sitting here rejecting everything. That ain't what we doing. So if you're doing that, you're overwhooping it. A skeptic, a proper skeptic, questions what they're unsure of, but recognizes when valid evidence is presented to change their mind, man. Informed skepticism, I say informed skepticism, the ability to ask the right question, keeps us from being manipulated. Man, we being manipulated with the FBA. We being manipulated with the corny pseudoisms, the different wild radical groups. We're being manipulated. And yes, we are. What are some of these groups? The FBA is top on the list. Got a lot of people, man. Got a lot of people, man. Got a lot of people. So y'all know what it is, right? Some Carl Sagan shit, yo. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And if y'all can keep that right there, man, man, you can get ready, man. All right? So I just wanted to throw that out in the air real quick, man, before we get started, right? Because we there. Oh, man, I knocked the thing. And then knocked the thing off the thing. Boy, how I do that? God damn it. Let me get right to this, man. Let me pull this up real quick here, man. Let me get it set just right. That's what I'm going to get it set just right. Hold on. I want to get it set. Let me get this set. Man, I done knocked it off the... All right, I think I got that. All right, so y'all see the title of the show. We argued about skin color yesterday till the cows came home. And the brother kept saying something that was very important, man. He kept making a point. And I was like, man, why do you keep saying that, man? Let me get King Sosa, Pseudo Killer official on deck. What's good, King Sosa? How you doing, man? What it do? What it do? What it do, bro?
Yeah, man. Everything good, man. Yeah, man. Happy New Year to everybody, man. Right?
Yeah, man.
Start sipping this early, man. Shit, still got 8 hours, man. Hold it down. Wait a few more hours. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all already swerving. You know what I'm saying? But take it easy, man. Stay out them streets, man. Sure.
Yeah, don't go to the event drunk.
Yeah.
All right, get there stumbling already and miss the new year.
Yeah.
Wake up, you be like, damn, it's 2:00.
Shit.
I've been on that road before back in the day. You like, God Damn, gnawed it out past the new year.
For sure.
I want to be able to tackle that situation yesterday that we had, man. I think it's important. And you know, there's some instances where we can clearly recognize why a person see it that way. All right. And I want to come to one of my favorite articles. All right. Okay. So it's called The Black People. Y'all know what it is. It's on Wikipedia. All right. I'm going to show that to y'all real quick. All right. Y'all know what this is because I want y'all to be able to go get this. Go get it. It's a good one. That's the one I use to defeat the Black Egypt argument. And I realized anybody understand none of that shit I was saying. But this is the article right here. The Black People. All right. Here you go. The Black People. And if you can kind of understand what the hell the Black people is, yo, then you can get a basic understanding of what it is. All right here, yo. All right. Right here in this first paragraph, yo, it says some things, bro. The first paragraph, if you can digest this first paragraph, you can get it. Right? And then we can go to the white people article, right? Important. So it says black is a racial classification of people. Watch this. Usually a political and skin color based category for specific populations with a mid to dark brown complexion. Okay, we got a visual there. Often in countries with socially based systems of racial classifications in the Western world. That's important. We're comprehending, all right, in the Western world. Everybody don't live in the Western world, okay? I know we're in America. I know we African American, we FBA, we everything. I get it. But in the Western world, ladies and gentlemen, it says the term black is used to describe persons who are perceived as darker skinned in contrast to other populations. All right, here's where it's getting serious, and here's where the confusion jumps out immediately. It is most commonly used for people of African ancestry, it's a comma there. Indigenous Australians, there's a comma there. Malaysians, there's a comma there. And Negritos. Okay, so it's most commonly used amongst these people. And at this point, you're saying, I told you, Unc. I knew it. Because we showed a lot of pictures. So I can see why right here, you was like, I told you they was black. But let's listen for the reasons on why they black. It's already giving you the main reasons, right? It's a racial classification in the Western world. That's a hell of a reason for y'all to digest right there. Remember I said a lot of times y'all fighting through y'all racism and y'all colonialism and you don't know it. Say it all the time. Y'all look at me like I'm bad crazy. Now watch this. Read it again. It is most commonly used for people of African ancestry, indigenous Australians, Malaysians, and Negritos. Though watch this, see that though right there? Though it has been applied in many contexts to other groups. Oh man, yo, like Native Americans and all that. All right, you start reading documents. You claim what the colonizers came to me. You read the documents and you misunderstand that. All right, and you mix that up. But I understand why. Remember, this is being led by the Western world, right? Colonialism is doing this, all right? Though it has been applied in many contexts to other groups and is just the part, the word and is no, N-O. You know what no means, right? There's no indicator. Here's where you fall. And is no indicator of any close ancestral relationship whatsoever. So you can see a person and perceive them to be black. You can call them black and all that, but what it don't mean, and this is where the FBA is falling apart on the LookerShip. They think when they see somebody with the same skin color or phenotypical characteristics, right? that would automatically mean that there's a close relationship there, and then they accept it based off of that, based off the LookerShip. But right here in this article called "The Black People," right? Although you may call African people with African ancestry black, or indigenous Australians, or Malays, or Negrito, right, and other groups, right, looking black to me, huh? That doesn't mean that there's a close ancestral relationship. Real quick, Sosa, you can you speak on that, because you kept saying it, but that's not you.
Oh yeah, I think that's the conversation we need to have. Like, okay, we calling everybody black. When is black not you? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like, clearly he thought the Negrito was black. Okay, he got the look. But so, are you saying you Negrito? You know what I'm saying? That's when it's gonna look. That's when it get crazy. Now, are you saying you a Papa Guinea? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you saying that, then maybe we can have a conversation. Yeah, are you Melanesian? Let's say so. But from my understanding, you're not saying you're Melanesian. You're not saying you're a Negrito. You know what I'm saying? So, but you're identifying as black. So I think that's where shit is extremely problematic, man. So
look at this right here. You done. Fuji and Mount Wood, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. It look like the Mighty Hebrew, don't it?
You ever see them boy where they do the little bungee jump?
Yeah.
They jump to like the afros just ready to graze the ground. Like,
wow.
Yeah, they got like they test themselves, like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, they wild out. They're definitely like the Mighty Hebrew though. Yo, how to get a picture of the Mighty Hebrew?
Now that might have blown their mind if they'd have came in and saw some Fijians here. They'd have been like, then it would have been like they would have thought they was in Africa.
Yeah.
As opposed to being in India.
Yeah, it blew their mind.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
remember they were trying to get to Africa. They thought Columbus thought he was in India. That's why they got the name Indios, because he felt like they looked like people from that Indian that region. You know what I mean?
So you're not gonna be able to get past this, yo. Okay, Oceania, PCA's calculated on present day and ancient individuals from East Eurasia, Oceania. 23.8% distinguished East Eurasian and Australian Malaysians. Wow, PC2 6.3 differentiated. So these people are more closely related to Eastern Eurasians. Crazy as hell. You're not going to be able to get it. That's why this lesson is so important. I'm saying, based off the title, what we're talking about, right? We say what the title is, LookerShip. This is called LookerShip. Let me hit you right here. Boom. It's LookerShip. So right now we are exposing LookerShip for what it actually is, yo. All right. Should foundational Black Americans trust it? No. It's a red flag, yo. When you start looking at something saying that's it, when you hear a person talking, saying that's black because the skin color, look at the bush, look at that. Are you kidding me? That's a red flag, yo.
Yeah, right now Hawaiian's black. Yeah, but you're not saying you're Hawaiian. You see what I'm saying?
Correct. You're not.
That's why I guess, you know.
Like
if you said I'm Hawaiian, my people been here, then I'll be like, let me see that. You know what I mean? That's a whole different group. That's possible. You know what I mean? They could have got it by canoe. We can look into that, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, you're not gonna get past it. A girl from Vanuatu, you're not gonna get past the picture, yo. Right? Yeah. See, and I got the answer for this. Okay. Simplest answer is all black people ain't related to you. You feel me? All right. That's a simple answer. Everybody look like you doesn't mean that they tied directly to your ancestry.
Yeah, all they say, what it said, all skin folk and kinfolk.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one, bro. Yeah. All skin folk and kinfolk. There you go. Everybody look like you. Look, see, you ain't, man, listen, bro. You're not looking at these people saying who they is, yo. You done. You're not getting past it. And there's a scientific reason why you can actually look at this picture and not know who the hell it is. It's a scientific reason for that. And you know what it is? Because your eyes are not good indicators of understanding the natural world. That's right. I said it. Your eyes, you're seeing, it's one of your five senses. It's horrible for making a scientific natural determination on who these people are. Horrible. Worst thing you can do. Worst thing you can do there. All right. So that's a great start for us right here. The Malaysians. It's a great start right there. The black people. You know what I'm saying? Right? We're at a good space right here, yo. This is a great space. Okay. So let's finish. Okay. All right. Goes on to say, I did that part. We was there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so right here. However, we talked about how all skin folk ain't kin folk. It says, however, watch this, which everybody want to deny, specifically African Americans. I don't know why they do it. Right? I know we feel like we got the superior culture and the greatest culture on earth. I'm with you. But when you start applying that African American mindset on the rest of the other brown peoples of planet Earth, yo, you wild out. Now you acting like the colonial powers. It felt like everybody should be Christian and was willing to enslave them and bring them to Christ because they needed to be saved. Y'all doing the same thing. I guess it's your colonization. You've been colonized to think that way. It's okay to think you better, but when you start applying that to people and persecuting them because you think you better, that's wild. Or think they something that they never named themselves before white people, that's wild. I understand why you do it, but it's wild. However, not all people considered black have dark skin, and often additional phenotypical characteristics are relevant, such as certain facial and head texture features. Indigenous African societies, this is the one that all my black power people and black guys just mess up. And my Pan-African people, y'all mess it up. I ain't even saying you're doing it on purpose, right? But you claim to be Pan-African and study African history, but you don't understand the cultural nuances. You don't know when to separate colonial ideas from indigenous African ideas. Indigenous African societies do not use the term black as a racial identity outside of influences brought by Western cultures. And I'm going to add this on, African American, right? Because the African American and the FBA, right, is safely fixed in Western culture. Simple as that. That's where it started amongst in the Western world. In Western culture, you developed a unique culture called African American, or you FBA, or you ADOS. Don't escape reality. Stay right there. Because if you stay right there, yo, you can make this shit work to your advantage. But if you're running around, right, trying to fly, when you really a daggone turtle, you're going to fall and bust your head. You're going to fall off the cliff, you're done. But if you're a turtle and you tuck yourself in that shell, you protect it. If you're not a bird, don't try to fly. Know who you are, yo. That's always been my best defense. You want to talk about that, though? How, in your mind, where you at with that? So I'm saying indigenous cultures outside of Western influence ain't running around how about they black. That's not going to be their key word here, how they racially identify. What say you, Sosa?
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I think we got all the historical evidence that aligns with that, because we don't really see that done until that type of influence comes, whether it's Sudan or Haiti or whatever. So we definitely got that documented. And the problem is too, when people, even some of our other scholars, they don't look into the learning the people's culture. We kind of understand that. We went through that with Egypt. Uh-huh. Like, we think that every time the people paint something, a color, that is literal. Like, instead of immerse yourself in the culture and see if it was symbolic. Because sometimes indigenous cultures don't use colors in the way that we might do in the Western world, because they may not be necessarily trying to make a Kodak picture. And we think that every time we see something that they're trying to do like an iPhone snap photo of what's going on without fully understanding the cultural nuance of those societies before we just jump to conclusions. You know what I mean? So
that's important right there.
yeah,
So
song about the densest song in the building. Making a peace to you, bro. Yeah, but that's definitely crucial, man. You gotta immerse yourself in the culture of the people and see, because otherwise, dude gonna look at the people, gonna see the black, and he gonna think, oh, them black people. He ain't gonna look at the feet. He ain't gonna understand that they painted the body with black charcoal, this little type of soot they use. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna misinterpret something because you don't understand the culture.
Oh shit!
So
yeah, ain't even gonna see the white face and all that. Crazy. Your bias kill you. Your bias going to kill you, man. Man, we got the important one in the building. Dr. Saul Winkler, how you doing, brother? Man, organizer, Pan-African, and he built his own organization from the ground up. You can't say that man ain't doing work he is, man. While y'all talking the talk, that man right there in Baltimore walking the walk, yo. Big up for holding the city down, man. Appreciate you and your organization. And of course, I appreciate the great Dr. Mayat for the work she continues to do in Baltimore, Maryland. Hard. It's hard. So, okay, we right here. Let's read the super chat, man. Big up for the super chat. Need that. If black equals African and every person you see with the phenotype similar to you, you label them black. Red flag. That's a red flag. That's a pseudo alert. Yeah, that's a red flag, yo. We giving you the red flags, right? When you hear a person saying, man, they look like us, they got the book, your mind should click and say red flag. Okay? So I think that's a great job right there on this little section right here, man. I think it is. We don't got to keep reading the rest of the article. Just type in the black people. It's going to come up, right? It's definitely going to come up. All right. And let me type in. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, and that's what hurt Ranoka Rashidi. I got to do like a little showing him, like I'm gonna give him his flowers and just kind of show where he got stuff wrong. Mm-hmm. He thought all phenotype means you can. You know what I'm saying? The nostril, yo, he just got wide nostril. He got wide nostril. African got wide nostril. He African. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So like I said, that affected some of our early scholars greatly. You know what I mean? But like I said, the genome got mapped after a lot of them had passed away. DNA and all that stuff came. They was pretty much at the end of their line when all of that new top-notch technology started appearing, the DNA and the signals in the genome. They was at the retirement age. You know what I'm saying? So
they weren't there yet. They weren't supposed to be there. It's okay. We give them some slack on that. Here's the next powerful Wikipedia article, encyclopedia. The white people. I think it's important to know who the hell white people is. White is a historical specification of skin color and a modern classification of race. Most often, it is applied to generally identify people of European origin. But the exact definition of white can vary depending on the context and points of view. Beyond racialization, the word simply denotes any person with light skin, usually that which is colored, which is carnation. Am I saying that right? Did I say that right? I think I did. Let me see. God, I did. What the hell's going on here, man?
Carnation.
Yeah, I said it right. Carnation. All right. Now, descriptions of populations is white in reference to their color is occasionally found in Greco-Roman ethnography. Okay, and in other ancient and medieval sources. But these societies, this is important here. See the comma in the butt? But these societies did not have any notion of whiteness as a race, nor of a pan-European identity. Man, if you can't get that, then you done. You got to get that. Okay? You got to get what I just read. The description of the population is white in reference to their skin color is occasionally found in Greco-Roman ethnography and in other ancient and medieval sources. Okay? So when you see that word white in medieval sources, don't jump to conclusions because there's a but there. But these societies did not have any notion of whiteness as a race nor of a pan-European identity. Now watch this. This the kicker. The present day racialized understanding that is white race or white people entered, the major European languages in the late 17th century. That's like the 1600s. When the concept of a unified white people achieved greater acceptance in Europe. So it had to achieve greater acceptance in Europe in the 1600s, 17th century, particularly in the context of race-based slavery and social status in the world's European colonies. That's serious right there, man. So there was a time when there was no white people. That doesn't mean it wasn't no people that would fit that description, but the racialized understanding of it, white people wasn't there. You would probably have to understand racialization. See, if you can understand racialization and what it means, then you can get it. See, when you're the one doing the racialization or ethnicalization, am I saying that right? Is a social concept used to describe, right, the intent or process by which ethnic or racial identities are systematically constructed within a society. Hold on. Generalizations, aspect, distinct group leading. Hold on. Associated with self-racialization. Hold on. I'm going to move down to this point right here. The process, the concept, racialized. Incorporation, the process of racialization. Watch this. The process of racialization can affect newly arriving immigrants as well as their second generation children in the United States. Hold on. That ain't what I want to say, man. The point I want to make is here. Hold on. Oh, man. Intersectional racialization, religion. Groups also through the process of racialization inherit Judaism. Okay. Racialized labor. Oh man, hold on. There's a point here I want to get to. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Good. What was I'm looking for the part when it talks about how the racialized process of racialization reinforces the presupposed stereotype qualities. Okay. Racialization labor involves, let me see, segregation, appointment of workers. Okay, this racialization of labor is said to produce a hierarchy arrangement, which limits employee agency and mobility based on their race. All right, so it's a process that limits you. Okay, it say this process of racialization is reinforced through presupposed stereotypical qualities which are imposed upon the racialized person by the racializer. Members of the dominant race in a society, okay, benefit from various privileges such as white privilege in societies where people classified as white make up the dominant racial group, whether these are material or physical. All right, my fault. Material or psychological, and are maintained and reproduced within a society. It's wild. So it creates a hierarchy where the white people that came up with the name the white people and the black people, or black and white, they put white at the top of the chart. They put it at the dump. Because they, first of all, they outnumber you. It's 200 million white people in America and 42 million black people, right? So if it's 200 million white people, and they put that hierarchy on it. They outnumber you, right? And now, because they dominant in the society based off of numbers, you get a thing called white privilege. Okay, and psychologically, yo, they make it seem like you ain't nothing, and that's why we fought so hard to get back to our history. Because when you get the proper history, you realize that you was more than just I'm not nothing. That's crazy. And so we shouldn't have stopped there. We should have focused in on the word black, like my man John Henry Clark said. He said at a certain point, you got to stop basking in your blackness. That's like counterintuitive the way we was thinking. I'm black and I'm proud. That's the 60s. So what I'm saying, I'm going against the stuff that you was learning from your parents in the 60s. Black power. I say black African power. And I define it. Nobody's listening to how I define it, right? But I'm still trying to make you, like for political reasons, I say I'm black and I'm proud. But it's the thought right there with that, though. You wouldn't have to be black and proud if you was not said to be inferior because you was black. You wouldn't have had to say it. White people don't go out saying I'm white and I'm proud. The ignorant amongst them be hounding about white power because they ignorant. They already got the power based off of the sheer numbers, based off of controlling the money, based off of getting money from the free labor. Wow, which is another whole damn discussion. But I think the important part of this is that term white was invented in the 17th century. It gave them an advantage because they had the sheer numbers and they made everything white to be great and godly. And since you fed into their God concept, the angels is white, the devil food cake is black, black is filthy and dirty, white is pure, pristine, and God-like. And so you done at that point. You're not getting up from that blow. If you get up from a religious blow, you're gonna take the Christianity and then add it to something else. You're not gonna get out of that. That's why I erased the shit in my head. I erased it through scientific literacy and what I call atheism or real black atheism, right? And I say real black atheism because which is wild to even say the real black atheism. But what I was attempting to do was I was attempting to clear my palate. You know how when you spraying cologne, trying to buy some cologne or perfume, and it's all in your nose, you can't distinguish the flavor. I couldn't distinguish the right and wrong. I couldn't do it. I was trying to figure out, well, if Adam and Eve are the first people on earth, how in the hell are people starting in Africa based off of this line of reasoning? And so I had to smell some coffee and it cleared my palate. The coffee was getting out of the religion completely because I've been through the phase of transferring ideas from God being the most high or the cosmic force. You do all kind of shit to hang on to God. I had to get out of that. Had to clear the palate. Clear the palate, goddammit.
Yeah, I did that too. I did that. That's how you get out of it. First, it was like, right before I fully invested, I was like, man, I'm just spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then finally I was like, man, I just let go all that. Just like, yeah. Shit, I held on, as long as I could. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I really don't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tried, man. I'm like,
we tried. Yeah, King Hercules say real black atheism, that's a Eurocentric ideology, and it's sad that you don't see it. Man, come on, bro. Like, you just want to just get beat up today. Is that what you're starting out for, to get beat up today, yo? Because you can hit the link. I hit the link on your show. And big up to you, bro. I just explained how it was wild. I just said it. I said, yeah, yo, the whole black thing. If I'm saying the whole black thing was going through a socially constructed European wild ideology, racism, white supremacy, bro, then if I say black, I explained all that, but I told you why I did it though. God dang, bro. Sometimes, you got to take the poison. Like if you get a snake bite, you take the poison from a snake to help you. So sometimes that's why I always say the African Americans is some of the greatest people on planet Earth, because we took the poison and made something out of it. It's called from shit to sugar. Yeah, y'all hit that link right there. It's okay. So I think we got these. We got the white people cleared up. We got the black people cleared up, right? Y'all can go rewind it. Now I got to give you the daggone medicine, man. I want to come to this document real quick. All right. Go ahead, though. You got something to add on to that, yo?
No, go ahead, cook. Go ahead for the cook. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
just wanted to add that little piece about that spiritual,
Yeah,
that
that's
spiritual journey. You know
that's that spiritual journey is wow. And the fact that you're on a spiritual journey is still in colonial. You colonized up.
Yeah, I think we didn't realize how problematic black was. I think I went through I understood it going through that ADOS movement and what they were saying, and then that Egypt conversation. That's what it was like. You know what? We definitely got to take this shit. We definitely got to do away with that shit. You know?
Yeah, that was. I mean, friendships was knocked down, yo.
Yeah. Nobody know who black is. Well, what do you mean by black? Everybody got a definition. It's like, man, listen, man, we gotta. Yeah.
How does that say? Y'all niggas don't know what black is no more.
Yeah, then I know that one person said Lee ain't black. Oh, Lee ain't black. She got 2 black grandparents.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna drop the link.
Yeah, we're gonna drop the link in a minute. I just want to get this last little lesson in, then we're gonna drop the link and open it up, yo. Let me see how much time we had, because I know our attention spans, yo. We ain't hollering screaming at each other, yo. 47 minutes. All right. So I got about, y'all gonna fall out at about, if I go 10 minutes, y'all done. So I ain't gonna go 10 minutes. I'm gonna go 6 minutes. It's important. So I read some things, right? I talked about how wild your vision was for messing you up. It killed you dead. The LookerShip. We talking about the LookerShip, right? So first I want to make this point right here. Very important. I first want to say, okay, this document is from the cosmic perspective. Okay. He talks about the cosmic perspective, which links you to everyone around you, as well as the past, the present, the future of the universe. Okay. It's a lens through which we're talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson understands human life. Okay. Thinking. Now, this is important. Thinking. Real thinking. It's not about acquiring a ton of stray facts that make you a winning Jeopardy contest. It's about learning the problem. It's about learning to problem solve, right? And think creatively. Now, science literacy is not, I say it again, science literacy is not so much about what you know, okay, but about how your brain is wired for thought. How your brain is wired to ask the question. If you can ask a good question, yo, you can get a decent answer. But your brain got to be wired. Okay? That's important. Science resembles the exploration of a new continent. Adventurous scientists like to stand on the forefront between what is known and what isn't yet grasped. On most frontiers, you don't know answers and you don't even know the question. See, that's standing at the damn frontier, not at the pseudo frontier, but at the frontier of knowledge. One key is to recognize the importance of objective, remember this word, objective truth. You know, there's objective truth and subjective truth. I'm going to get right to it. Hold on. One key is to recognize the importance of objective truth and how it's bigger than all of us. Watch this, y'all. Nature, the ultimate judge. I'm going to say this again. Nature's the ultimate judge, jury, and executioner. You can argue all you want. So y'all can sit there and argue about that's black, they black, they black. You can argue about that all you want. But if nature doesn't agree with you, you're wrong. I'm going to say this again. You can howl and scream that we the black indigenous in America and all that. But if nature don't agree with you, you're wrong. It's important to distinguish between personal truths See, there's a personal truth. I'm black and I'm proud. Black man's the first to be black. That's a personal truth. What your religion tells you, because your religion tell you that you started in the Garden of Eden, or the Allah, or the great cosmic God came down and spit, and out of the spit your legs came out. Now, for example, an objective truth, you can keep believing it, right? It's a personal truth, y'all. It's what you personally believe, but your belief in it does not make it an objective truth. And say the good thing about science is that it's true whether me, you, right, or not believe it. It's true, regardless of whether you believe it or not. Whether I believe it or not, whether you believe it, it's true. So when it comes to establishing objective truth, remember, science doesn't really prove things. That's another thing that's counterintuitive. When it comes to establishing objective truth, remember, scientists don't really prove things. Rather, they test ideas that are repeatedly verified by others until there's no need to keep doing it. Mathematicians, all right, prove things. Scientists test things. Mathematicians, logicians prove things. Scientists test things. Man, that's deep right there, yo.
Yeah, too, and the more appealing something is to you when you hear it, the more likely you are to skip the steps and overlook certain things. So like whenever something sounds extra appealing to you, definitely want to fact check against that, because you're gonna overlook stuff. So like if you already thinking you was here, any information you receive, since it sounds so appealing to you, you're gonna overlook, you're gonna run past stop signs, right? You're gonna cherry pick through the information. So if you believe that's true and think it is true, then you should figure out, well, what would it take for this to not be true, right? And then try to find, like, it's like playing chess against yourself. Try to see if you can defeat what you already think is true. And if you beat yourself, then you already know it wasn't true. But the strongest stands up in the face of scrutiny. And if you're doing good research, the more valid your ideas are.
So we got the difference between subjective and objective information. All right. It's important, man, when comparing subjective information versus objective information, know that one deals with fact while the other is based on opinion or experience. Simple as that, man. See, subjective truth, yo, everybody got it. Objective truth is based in evidence, man. All right? So subjective information is a term that refers to someone's personal opinion or feelings regarding a particular subject matter. Subjective views or opinion are not based on truth or facts. Think y'all need to know that, man. So there's a ethnogenesis between black traders and explorers and black indigenous people is a subjective truth. It's your personal belief. So what is an objective? What is objective information? The word objective refers to factual, database information that is not informed by bias. Although feelings and personal opinion are not objective, objective data like facts or historical information can form the basis for an opinion or feeling. Subjective versus objective understanding and differences. Facts versus feelings. Embracing versus denying bias. Grammatical meaning. Let me give you some examples and differences between subjective versus objective information. Subjective. This carpet is my favorite color of red. Subjective. Objective. This carpet is red. Subjective. I don't like folk music. Objective. Even though I don't like folk music, many professional folk musicians are objectively skilled players. Objective. Living in a place that doesn't have cold winter is better than living in a place that does. Objective. Places that are close to the equator do not have cold winters. So there you go, man. So it's important to be able to distinguish the two. I'm at about the 6-minute mark. I'm gonna drop the link, right? Just want to give y'all that. And so we sitting here trying to give people objective reality and objective truth, and they giving us some things that are subjective of what they believe. So Tariq Nasheed did a whole hidden color pseudomentary on subjective truth.
Yeah, and my grandmama said ain't necessarily the best litmus test you want to do for the bar for high quality information. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something your grandma witnessed personally, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But my grandmama told me it's not the bar.
That's the worst. Remember that's the worst. That's the worst thing you can say is my grandmother told me. And then you try to make us feel bad for saying, I don't believe your grandmother. Then all of a sudden you didn't disrespect, they claim you disrespect my grandmother, you ready to fight. Wait a minute, you mentioned your grandmother in this. You did that.
I think some of them lying on their grandmama. I'm like, some of y'all lying on y'all grandmama, bro. I want to talk to y'all grandma. Everybody be like, I can't believe that fool saying something like this. My grandbaby crazy as hell.
Oh, man. Yeah. Elder Suntan, what's going on, man?
What's up, Unc, my man, 100 grand. I'm here to, take my hat off to you, my brother, because, you sent me to the study room.
Mm.
You did?
I know
I appreciate that, see?
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted you to know that because, I'm a Sinetta guy over there. I don't jump room to room to room, but I have to come to see you because you is based on what I would say is educational, man. It's truthful. You're not faking the funk. Mm-hmm. And that's where, it really got to. I said, let me get the because, man, you talked privately a couple of times. Mm-hmm. I know what type of cat you is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How should I put it? Inky is, good in his own way, but he should stay in his own lane.
Yeah, staying in lane, yo.
That's how I feel about it. And that with that debate you and him had, I didn't really, you out scholared him, but he did a little shim. And that's what brought me to you now. Because I was like Uncle was saying, because sometimes I get kind of cross with you, when you are
good.
Pseudo, you know how many you do. Yeah, but anyway, you was right like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because and I'm a type of guy, if I'm in the wrong, if I did, I'm coming back and begging my man pardon, whoever it is.
That's right.
Because I'm teachable, right?
Yeah.
You beat him good because you came with all facts, but what he did was tilted on the other side of that. Mm-hmm. And I got not mad at you, but I just kind of downgrade because you didn't debunk his bullshit. Mm-hmm. And that's like, because I hated the music. You know what I'm saying? Every time, because people in the chat saw that, I was, come on with this music, man. But anyway, though, you was right on time. You stayed right there. And I told you that before. And here's the kicker. Now, this is another thing that you got to know. I went to the laboratory, so I'm going to present this.
Okay.
And then you're going to know that I'm still your man 100 grand. So let me do this here.
Go ahead.
Because his premise was this what I'm about to present. And that just blew him out the water again. And this is old news, but you my man, so I'm coming and kicking it with you about it.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Because I do my due diligence and I present that. And this guy keep telling you that you didn't say it's a complete theory. Nigga, there ain't no truly complete scientific theory.
I told you, yo.
You see what I'm saying? But he thrived and laid on that. He made that his argument. Yep. And when I, because me and him still cool, this all about
Yeah.
but you beat the brakes off of me because I went back. I said, well, I'll be damned. You know, because I ain't scientific. You know what? I'm just used to be Christian, and I'm you know, I go and I study, man, and I'm like a fact checker. Somebody say something slick, I'm going to check it out. If somebody you know, but then that go to your evidence right there. Why you just didn't do that to him?
I did, man. It was I did all that. Listen. And
I didn't see you didn't do that right here.
That wasn't a debate, Tom.
That wasn't a debate, though.
No. Oh, but listen, let me cut you off. You and the fellas. That wasn't a debate, but that was his premise. His premise was that, and he kept leaning on that, right? Just like when he tried to lean on with Jabari, talking about they asked the nigga plainly. They say, "Is this got anything? If this we talking about the Jesus of the Bible?" He say, "For sure." And then he went and switched the whole. You know, he was right with the information that he was presenting, but it wasn't pertaining to the debate. Nobody didn't ask you was Christ and from Kemet and all that. You said you was gonna prove out the Bible that Jesus was a real character. So you know, I just had to come back to you, because you bust him up, and I tell Ink that, and then he really threw me off because I ain't on no nigga team who's scamming my aunt. You know me. Me and you the nigga who we keep niggas by the hats.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If I see a nigga with that hat on, I immediately think of you and bust out laughing to my ass. Especially when they get to running off.
Yeah.
Or the costume too.
Yeah, all that. Yep.
All that. So I just thought I'd come there and tell you that, man, because you know this guy, he leaned on this right here, and I'll say, well, I'll be damned. You know, he didn't. Darwin didn't have a complete scientific theory. That's why is his cousin. Man, what are you talking about? There is no science complete, but the foundation of what he was presenting stands right down today.
It do, yeah.
Right.
But you know what? I hate to say it, bro, but I got a slide when I say ain't no complete theory. I explain it, right?
Right.
But in that environment, it's fast paced, right? There's some things I can get better doing. I look back, I recognize how I can do it. I want to make sure I have as little words as possible on the slides because I know the material. There's some things I can brush up on, right? But every round, I refuted some things he said on purpose. I did that, right? And I talked about how theory wasn't actually complete because
you got to know that the people ain't sharp too.
Well, they're not sharp when it comes to science. They might be great dads, great mothers, and whatever. But the science is some different shit. It's
a different subject matter.
It's a whole different way of thinking. It's counterintuitive because we looking at each other with brown skin. We're like, we black. Your eyes ain't telling you the truth. It's lying to you, right? So
Your
it's
eyes, go ahead.
It's a lot to it. So, but what I did was I dropped the seed. And the only people that are going to get rewarded is those that did what you did. And I seen you do it slowly but surely.
Right. Because I want to know.
You want to know, see? So that's what you did, you're going to know.
That's because this shit ain't meant to be debated, Uncle. This shit is just meant for teaching. But for some reason, they want to debate this.
Because what he trying to do, see, Uncle, that really pulled me over. He trying to get a big win over Jabari. Man, Jabari is who Jabari is. Right. He think he get the name because I beat Uncle. I beat Jabari. I think he want that. But we want the information. He said, talking about the waves and all. Man, what? We ain't talking about no waves, man, of Christ. We talking about you. And look, and I'm going to tell this because this is a scientific room I'm in right now. I believe that Jesus was a man just like me and you, and he had strong spiritual beliefs. He wasn't walking on water, I don't think. He wasn't making no fish, 1,000 fishes.
Nope.
He wasn't telling the sea to be calm. He was just preaching what his heart, he was a heartfelt Christian person or religious person that cared about God. That's what I think Jesus was.
I can agree with you 100%.
That's the consensus, yeah.
That's what I think. But when you go off the doing with the supernatural, man, come on, man. Because look, why are they happening now?
Yeah,
right?
What's happening now? Hey, son, you gotta stop listening to me.
Well, the thing is,
the more you listen, the more you learn about the natural world, and the more you start to say, hold on, man.
Right.
I think you gain a greater respect for who we are as a people who you are as a human being and who everybody else you're interacting in. I think we start to recognize how important every day is, every minute, every moment is.
Facts,
But you know what I recognize, somebody who's really trying to convey some truth. Because 4 years ago, I heard them talking about STEM and stuff. And you is really, you know, you're not doing this for no recognition. You heartfelt about it because Kyle, he was talking that 5 years ago, and I made a bet with him. We didn't put up no money because it's 5 years ago. And he was talking about it ain't gonna be no more teachers in 5 years. Oh, come on, Kyle. What's his name? Kyle.
That's my man, Kyle.
He my man too. Because you know his mother's a teacher. But however, all I'm saying is this: certain things that as an individual, we can kind of know. If you're intelligent, you can kind of know. Yeah. So at the end of the day, Ink was just my man. And I tell it to his face, he was flim-flamming, man. I'm saying, dude, he flim-flamming because he wanted to win.
This is what I want you to do. This is gonna help you as you teach other people, because that's what we do around here. We give people tools, right?
Right.
Not for your personal shit, right? Some of it, but a lot of times we want you to give people the tools so they can check their own self and check the people around them. Yo, like, what good is it if I'm the only one who can do it? Right. So that's bullshit. Then I'm no better than Umar and Tariq and them. Right. But I'm giving you this. I'm giving you the tools, the equipment, right? So remember this, yo. Remember how you felt when you watched that debate, when you heard us going back and forth for a week, 2 weeks, and a month. Remember how you was thinking it was some points he might have had. Now, based off you educating yourself, right, through your own ignorance, as you stop being ignorant on the subject. Now, see how you see it now?
Yeah.
Wow. But well, that's the moment. That's the teaching moment, because now you have empathy for other people that can't see it. Sometimes I lack empathy because I got so many people talking shit over the years to me, bro. I forget that, you know, it's always a new student coming in. You tell me that. You be like, come on, you dog. I got it, yo. I'm working on it.
That's your personality, man. So, you know, you're going to grow into grace. Grow, you know, with grace. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, you had a couple of sit-downs because Michigan, your favorite team, right back there. They're playing right now. We kicked it about a half hour one time, an hour. And you really tries to teach, bro. So, and then you try to help somebody else who's teaching push it forward, like you have Dr. Mayat. You know, you always advocating for the truth, not no made up wild stuff.
No, I can't do it, bro.
Well, I'm just saying, bro. That's it, man. I said I've been trying to wait till your room pop up so I can come and do it in the room.
See what I got on those. Look, hold on. So you ain't never, if this is what you gotta realize. Hold on.
Well, I see the sign of the shirt.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm
all I met you, dude. I said you walk up in the Kemet on trial like this was a game fight. You know, you walk up in that big like, you know, in 2016. I was like, okay.
You was there, yo. You see that crowd went wow. That's what
wow.
They went. I was like, oh shit, I better have it together.
It was nice, man.
It was wild.
It was nice, man. So
that was a serious experience right there for me.
Yeah, but my whole premise is this: you teach. You know, but like your character make people go against not what you teach, and just you. But you would get mad and call them a hot dog head or whatever. So, but that's a non, you know.
All right, let me move on.
Yes, sir.
Let me move on. You want to say something, Sosa?
No. Let's get the guys in here, man.
Joe, what's up, man? What's going on with you, man?
Peace to y'all soldiers, man. Peace to the whole panel, y'all. Peace. Hey, man. I think what you just did just now, even with Suntan, is good, man. That last night's show where you gave everybody the tools, man, stuff they need to look at to kind of understand, you know, the fallacy behind, you know, black and when they read, because what that's going to do is help people when they read them real old documents and they try to say, oh yeah, see what these people said? They said they saw somebody with this kind of skin color. You know, it helps them to understand that, you know, look, man, they just didn't really understand. They just going by what they used to seeing in one area. They get to a new area, they say, oh, they must be the same thing because they got dark skin. So yeah, they must be all, they just did. We just got to come to recognize they don't understand. Once we start understanding it, then we got to make better arguments. And this FBA thing is just built on a really bad argument, man. And it's going to mess up our reparations. It's going to, well, I don't think it's going to mess that up, because I think the people that's in scholarly, people that's in areas where there's scholarship going on, the actual history, they're going to deny that. So I don't think it'll ever really become part of the actual platform. When these real discussions come up. But what hurts me though, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna stop. What hurts me though is, like, I was talking to old boy in the chat, and he tried to say that FBA shows up on a census. I'm like, come on, man, you can't just lie. Like, I mean, they lie about everything, man. I mean, everything's just a lie, yo. I mean, at some point, folks got to stop lying. That's all I want to say.
They be making stuff up, because you got a lot of young hot dogs. I was there when Tariq started it on 2019.
Hey, I know you was. If you was around for this thing, I know you was, Joe. That's funny.
Hey,
Move on to, huh?
That's all the hidden colors, all of that.
Yeah, you got to take it. You got to shoot them in the trash can one shot at a time.
You know what though? I'm gonna tell you what you can do with stuff like that is pick and choose and research, because all of it ain't garbage.
Shit.
No. I'm saying you had like Dr. Kaba and a lot of people.
Nah.
Listen, man.
Peace to him. See, you gonna get people beat up, Sunday. You'll give people beat up, bro.
Well, see, I'm not worried about that, man. I can handle myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad they saying something, because right now what you guys are saying about these things here is suggestive, right?
Only person on this solid, I would say, is Dr. Joyce DeGraw.
Yeah.
Regardless, I told you it's not all garbage.
Dr. Piece was good, but they surrounded with shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
but
rose, when you got the Doug shit all around it, and you the pretty smelling roses there, you can't even smell the rose with all the shit.
Right.
But if you a good navigator, you can pick and choose and pull out of there what you want to pull out. But like, I pulled back though. You see where I'm at now. Right now, it's a lot of wild young cats claiming that they got lineage and all of this time. You can't take lineage to court. If me and you talking about going to court, talking about we suing for reparation, and they gonna say what you suing for lineage, then that gonna be two split cases. Your lineage ain't my lineage. If my lineage is too. That's not gonna work in court.
All right, hold on. All right, freeze. Let me get Ben in here, yo, and then I'm gonna bring the Pseudo Killas on. Yes, and Hercules, I'm gonna say you for last, Hercules, because you're gonna be the punching bag for the day. You the punching bag.
No, peace and love. Always a pleasure with you, brother. I disagree absolutely with Joe said, man. It's gonna come to a point in time, honestly, where people who just reject academia, scholarship, man, they just gonna have to get put to the side, man. Because at a certain point, it's just what's the point? You say something and they respond with the most pseudo response, and it's just like, what's the point, man? Because we got these abos out here just saying anything they want to say, regardless of context, regardless of historical analysis or anything. It's just.
Let me say this real quick. I heard one of the Hebrews say he could track his bloodline back to Israel.
They say bullshit. All that shit. All right.
That boy better. He better than DNA.
He said his bloodline go back to antiquity.
Oh man!
So why does he disagree with what I said, though? That's the question. Why does he disagree with what I said?
Because he's saying get rid of him. Go ahead.
How are we gonna get? You talking about getting rid of people's beliefs? The only way you can get rid of someone's belief is to teach them out of it.
I think he said you can't say it, but they're gonna have to drown, man. Evolution won't have to do what it does. Man.
Yeah, Noah Ark, yo. Everybody can get on the Ark, yo. We on the Ark.
Yeah, we built the Ark. Yeah.
These suntaners on the Ark. He looking at the flood now.
Right, like that dude from what was it, Nigeria that built that Ark.
As I float on the arch, I still look back and I don't go in nobody paradigm trying to move around first.
Yeah, Suntan, don't look back. You can turn to salt, bro.
Yeah,
don't look back. Don't look
Yeah,
back.
that's Sodom and Gomorrah. That's Sodom and Gomorrah. Now,
yeah,
telling me nothing I don't know.
That's what I said. All that hidden color, that's Sodom and Gomorrah, bro. Don't look back, bro. You will turn into salt, bro.
Like I say, man. Yeah. A lot of it is also factual. You know, everybody in there not lying.
Nah, don't look back. So don't look. Just don't walk. Keep walking with us, bro. You look back. We got you. Keep walking.
Hey, I tell you what. I'm not over there. I'm not with them now. I left like in about 2020.
Something wrong with you, Stone?
After a year. Hey, let me tell you why I left.
No, we ain't gonna go past that one. Yo, picked up the motherfucking cup. It's like he froze for a minute. Like,
yeah, I'm like, what the hell he talking about? Hey, I tell you what though, man. One thing that ran me away from that.
Get him, yo.
One thing that ran me away from Tariq was he was kept downplaying the Africans, and they are people as well, you know.
Yeah, he do that too much. But hold on,
do that too. We play too much with that. So that's it. That's what made me leave.
All right, I'm gonna move on. Let me move on. Let me move. Not yet, Cedric. Hold on. I'm gonna get Gullah up in here. Gullah, man, if that phone messed up, Gullah, I'm gonna get you out of here, bro. You pseudo killer, yo. You gotta have the right phone, yo. You tripping? Let me see. All right, you good. Go ahead, Gullah. What's up?
What's good with it?
Hey, teaching. You know we doing.
What's good with it, y'all?
The game.
Oh yeah. We was beating. We were teaching. There was a teaching lesson last night. We was beating them up.
Yeah,
you know
y'all.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all was getting them. Yeah, was definitely.
I would say too. I would say if we is rolling with it, you know what I'm saying, reparations shoes. You're not the 13 colonies and damn the island of Cuba owe me money, shit.
Man. They can say in the island of Cuba. Shoot.
Yeah, my ancestors too. I got Afro Cuban ancestors working on them sugarcane plantations, and I got ancestors working on them rice plantations, them cotton plantations, and tobacco plantations too. So I need all of them.
Yeah, don't spend it all in one place. That's all I'm gonna tell you, boy.
That boy.
Mess around, get stuck in Cuba talking crazy. Man, where you? Hey, Cedric, what's going on, man? Pseudo Killer, man, what's up with you?
Still enough in peace, everybody. Noah's Ark, and Sodom and Gomorrah. Those were two beautiful analogies.
Yeah, it was funny as hell, yo. That shit.
I just want to address sometimes the aggressiveness at which we go at people. We tend to teach, right? We come up there, we're sourced up, we point you in the direction, we provide you with the information, we tell you from in advance, it's not my opinion, we don't make anything up. But it seems as if we're in an environment, not an academic one, but we're in a kickboxing gym, where people put gloves on, put a mouthpiece in, get in the ring, don't have any experience fighting, and as soon as they get punched in the mouth, start to cry. It's either two things. You put yourself in a position to be a student, learn, because you know you're ignorant to this subject, or you come in the ring with your own ideas, man, sir, and get beat up. Right. That's just what it's going to be. There is no two ways about it. If you want the conversation, it's going to be a conversation. If you want the belt, you get the belt. And don't blame me when you get beat up, though. Because it's the energy that people bring that causes a fight. Because there is nothing to fight about. Gravity simply is what it is.
Exactly.
All right, Uncle, I ain't gonna hold you up. I had to fly by and let you know.
I appreciate you sliding through, man. Now you got some tools, man, to defend yourself, man, when you on Saw Another TV, yo.
Oh, you know, I got my old tools at the science. See, I stay out my lane. Y'all the science guy. I'm just a philosopher.
Yeah.
I believe in philosophy, man, the way of life. So I don't knock people. If they want to believe that he fed people with fish, and they want to believe all this stuff. Let him do it, because it's hard to switch him over. However, I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Stay in your lane, yo. Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
You always got a spot right here, yo. As always, thank you, bro.
Keep teaching, huh?
I got you.
Peace all, y'all.
All right, peace. Hey,
Peace,
Hercules, where you
Yeah.
at?
I'm here.
So, how you want to get beat up today? What hand you want to get hit with first?
Whatever, champ.
So,
What's going on? A BB to me. A BB to me.
you beat me to it. What'd you say? You beat me to it.
Look, man, look. I came on because basically I agree with what he was saying about the FBA stuff, man. It's I think it's ridiculous what's going on.
I don't want to talk about what we agree with. I want to talk about you messing up science and flaming.
I ain't flaming no nothing.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you do.
But let me but no, I was just saying, yeah, the FBA stuff, I think, me coming to growing up as a kid, we never had there was never a confusion of who was not, Black Americans and those that, are. There was never confusion with us. So
Right.
I was like, it's this stuff that people doing today. You're like, yo, what are you talking about, man? It's like, yo, and then when you talk to them, you know that they don't know nothing about history. They haven't read shit. You know what I'm saying? And they read snippets of Black American history. They know nothing about the Caribbean history or the African history. And it's like their knowledge has been skewed by people, online. And you could tell because they keep quoting the same stuff that other people quote without any facts behind it. And they can't go in depth and explain to you when you ask them a question. So a lot of these people are just ignorant on the history and what will happen, and they getting caught up. Yeah, like you said, Tariq Nasheed is the one who's starting this shit. Has been starting it, and for me, it's been kind of like a disappointment in him. And I had to stop. I stopped following. I just had to stop. Just cut him out. It's like, this is just ridiculous. This path this guy's going on, man. So yeah, I think we got too many people online, but I don't see that in the street. You know what I'm saying? With the people out community street, I don't even see that in the street. You know what I'm saying? Just it's always online. This FBA stuff, it's always online.
So yeah, they suffer from the same thing you suffer from, yo. I'm just gonna say.
All right, so go ahead and get to it. What you want? What you want to say?
So they lack literacy in the subject that they're talking about. They don't know what an ethnogenesis is, willfully at this point. They don't understand the basic outer Africa theory, which is important for what they're trying to do. They think that skin color, right, means that you are ancestrally connected. They don't mean that at all. And it's tools for us to know how something is real or not. They're there for us. The world uses these tools. And then you got the Flim Flam documentary Hidden Colors on purpose. No experts, okay? And at least the subject they talking about, no peer review system, no vetting. It was out there, bro. And it hit us, you know what I'm saying, like a ton of bricks. The African American community was not ready for that. And I hear people say, yo, it brought us into consciousness. No, it knocked us out. We still trying to get up from that. And now we see the after effects of it. We see it in real time now. Everybody think they're Black Indian. Everybody think the African American ain't that. Cussing out people from the continent of Africa. At times they do damn deserve it. Like the dude Zanu, whatever his name is, he's a nut. Right? I've been in these groups where Africans and African Americans fight. And we horrible towards each other. But typically speaking, yo, we do not hate each other. But I'm saying, yo, not living in reality, bro. Not recognizing the stuff you say out your mouth before you say it. So I'm saying you did a whole pseudo presentation, bro. And I'm going to call it like it is, yo, without no studying on the other side. You got to know what science is and what it's not before you start talking about science, man. That's my point, bro. That's my point. You argue me down about you can mix your science with you can't. It's oil and water, bro. They don't mix. No matter how hard you try, the oil is gonna always separate from the water. That's all I'm saying, bro. So if I was to grade your presentation, yo, I would give it a F minus. It's the truth. Now, can you bounce back from the truth? I think you're intelligent. You claim to say you understand math. I think that's admirable. You got me beat on that. And I'm saying, your math is actually proof. Science is not proof. Your math that you claim to have is proof. All right. So rethink that. If you focus and study, you'll come back and thank me later, like most people do. You'll say, damn, that was crazy. You did all this shit I used to do 25 years ago, bro. None of that shit was making sense. It was mumble jumble. And I know I'm saying it hard, but I think you can handle it, yo. I think yourself to be a champion, yo. I think yourself to be a person that can stand above the crowd, yo, and give them something valuable. You just got to change your ways, yo. You got to be willing to say, yo, it's a possibility that I could be wrong in everything I just said. So go ahead. What do you have that would change our mind on what you was talking about? I'm listening.
So as I did the presentation, my presentation was on the science or mathematics behind African spirituality. And as I begun the presentation, first thing I said,
right there. Stop. Slow down.
Wait,
It's
hold up.
either science or mathematics. The two terms aren't interchangeable. Let's start there.
Which is so I can hear what it. I don't even know what it is. I don't hear what it is.
Like I was saying, when I begun the presentation, the first thing I said is that, in this approach, I'm letting go of the Eurocentric approach. I'm taking it and I'm putting it on the back burner. All right. So everything
Stop.
we have to. One thing that we don't
if
realize
you let something go in Africa, is it going to fall? Is it subject to gravity the same way? Yes or no?
No. Don't make them struggle through it. I don't want you to struggle through it. Don't make them struggle through it. So hold on, yo. You made the first point. What was the first point, Cedric? What was the first point he made? You said
science or mathematics.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna write that down. Hold on, because we're gonna deal with that. I'm gonna let you finish. We just want to kind of science and African spirituality is scientific and mathematical. Okay, scientific, right? That's what you said, correct? All right.
I was saying,
basis of it, right? When you first started, you said that, right?
What you said?
Say it again. Interchangeable.
You said that African spirituality was based in science and math. Is that what you said? How'd you say?
Yes, yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said.
Basically, okay. All right. So we got that down. And then the next point where Cedric cut you off was you said, what did he say, Cedric? What was that point you told him to stop at? And then we'll let him flow.
Let him flow. Go ahead, let him flow.
Because those points are important though. You just said something else. What was it, Cedric? You remember what you cut in?
No, you stopped me. I don't remember now.
Are you terrible? You don't cut off them. Don't cut them. No. You gotta remember why you cut them off.
You gotta address those steps before you move on.
Yo, it was a good point. Shit. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna write it down. Go ahead. We're gonna let you flow because we want to address. I just want to address 2 points you got. Go ahead.
So as I was saying, most of us who are listening now, most of the people who are listening now, we got out education in the Western culture. So
I got it. That's what it was. Eurocentric. You saying you trying to get out of the Eurocentric mindset. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm taking it and putting it on the back burner as I'm looking at this. Because as I've been studying, the people from the continent and the motherland, they don't look at it the same way as we look at it. And one of the things I guess I was pointing out was that the work that was done in ancient Kemet was a proof of their understanding of the physical world and the spiritual world. So even though they didn't write everything down, because they come from a world where you had to be initiated to be educated. You know what I'm saying? Not every education wasn't just open like today. You just go somewhere and learn. No, you had to be initiated. So everything wasn't written down. And I'm saying that their proof that they left behind was the pyramids themselves. As people were trying to point out that, as I pointed out, that they didn't write down a proof for the Pythagorean theorem, but you could see that the fact that they built perfect right triangles is mean that they had an understanding of what we call the Pythagorean theorem. They have an understanding of what we call stuff, the science and math of what we call it today. They had an understanding of it. They didn't call it that. They called it something else. And I showed that many of the many scientists, many especially Black scientists, people are starting to realize that the research and work that's being done today and physics, like I quoted the brother Stephen Alexander, physics and is catching up to what the ancestors knew and is in line with the same thing. It's not saying that it's exactly the same. It said it's in the line. They're on the same parallel path of explaining the universe and explaining how the universe came into existence. The only difference is that when they explained it, they put the I guess the quote unquote God conscious behind it, because that's how they saw the world. They saw it as a physical world and a spiritual world combined and connected into one. Whereas today we don't do that. Western science don't do that. We exclude that out of there.
All right, freeze. So that last point was serious. So you basically said, so I got 3 points. I got that African spiritual system was based in science and mathematics. You also said get out of the mindset of the Eurocentric mindset, which would be the way the science, basically. You're saying science is Eurocentric, the way they apply it, the way they do it. Your next point was the ancient wisdom is more advanced than the day's stuff because they had their spirituality and science connected. Did I say that right, bro?
I said, well, I did say it's a Eurocentric mindset, but I said we need to put it on the back burner.
Yeah, put it on the back burner. I got you.
You're not going to completely let it go. So it has to. I'm just saying we need to put it on the back burner.
And he said the ancient Egyptians, what they left behind was proof.
Yeah,
that they had knowledge of the spiritual world. So I was kind of curious as how he did.
You say how?
I believe. Like how would you, just because they display something, how would you know that was actually proof that they understood it, just because they're attempting to explain something?
It's because you have to look at it and combine their thoughts in the text, as you know what I'm saying, like stuff like the Book of the Dead, the coffin text, the Memphite text, stuff like that, and what they're talking about. And then,
in other words, how would you falsify? Like, how would I go and say, well, because this and that, I can see that that's not correct. Like, is there a way to falsify?
You could just say, by just saying that, like I said, because you could just say, hey, no, because like Western, like I said, Western culture doesn't acknowledge the spiritual realm. So you could say that they just built this temple or this pyramid just on the mathematics alone, without any spiritual recognition into it at all.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the only thing we can test, right? We can't test nothing else, right? We can't test a spiritual knowledge. There's no way to test it. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
That's what we think. We can't test the spiritual knowledge.
Okay, well, tell me. Explain to me how we can test the spiritual side of it. That's what I'm most curious about. Like,
I know everybody is.
Yeah.
We're gonna strike that from the record, ladies and gentlemen, because he just incriminated himself.
I'm saying I didn't say you can't do it. I just said this is what everybody always asks me, and I'm saying that
when we are talking about science.
Hold on, Cedric, let him finish and then you jump in. Go ahead. Let him finish.
So as if we talk about
Cedric,
if we're talking about mathematics, when I'm looking at it in math, you have to understand that when you're dealing with math, you're dealing with subjects that don't deal with our physical world all the time.
Abstract.
You deal with abstract right. Notions, and then you start to get into subjects where you're dealing with higher dimensions. Mm-hmm. So this is a part of what you learn. So what I'm saying is that they had an understanding of this, not the same way that we understand it today, but they had an understanding of it.
All right, freeze it. I'm gonna let Cedric get in. Let me say this, Kyle. Thanks for that super chat. Yo, he say, Buddy is blending doing the task with understanding the modern science that explains said tasks. Man, appreciate that donation right there. Big up to Sister Sci-Fi, man. Appreciate that cash app. That's love. You know, you always doing it like you're supposed to. You know, Kyle, you know, you already did your thing this year. Met you. Met you at the daggone joint. Appreciate you, bro. All right, so Cedric, what do you guys say? So right now, I would like to say, Mr. Hercules, you're in trouble. And there's some reasons why you're in trouble right now. I don't think you have ideas in your head, but you have not tried them on a group of scientifically literate people. Now, this is the process for all of us to learn now. You've put your ideas out there. We see it, right? Now we can tell you where your mistakes are. Now we can tell you how what you're saying ain't nowhere close to being real. But go ahead, Cedric, and then we got some ideas we need to tease out. Go ahead, Cedric.
First of all, the whole exercise is anachronistic and it's not done. It's called post hoc rationalization. We're trying to retrofit modern ideas and concepts onto ancient people's belief system. That is not scientific at all. It's not a scientific process. It's a fool play, right? And the more scientific you are, the more you can plant that. Like I said, I can do this whole creation narrative with the Navajo story, with the Odin creation story, with all kind of mythology you can try into this. It looks like modern science thing. You keep going back and forth between science and mathematics. Mathematical equations can be abstract and have nothing to do with reality. There's two different things. When you apply mathematics to science, it's the proof of the evidence that we have. So your foundation, you're fundamentally flawed. You're building your whole narrative on something that is anachronistic and fallacious. That alone in itself is a non-starter. Then, how does gravity work anywhere else? Would an African study gravity any other way than we would do anywhere else in the world? Because science is universal. So you put science in a European frame of reference where science itself is universal. These calculations, these analysis, the application of methodology is universal. So I don't see how we're even having this conversation. It's a non-starter.
It's esoterics, one-on-one. Esoterics.
Want me to respond?
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to respond? You go ahead.
So
I'll go mute. I'll talk to somebody.
The analysis of if you're reading the text, how else, if you're not going to use the modern day science, modern day knowledge of what we know today, how else do you explain what they knew? How else do you to translate what they knew in today's understanding? How else do you do? How would you do that? Excluding modern day science, excluding the science that we know today. How do you translate what they knew so we can understand?
I'm gonna give you an example. Watch this, and this is gonna be a real wild example. If you go to an area where a tribe is wiping their ass with leaves, you can safely say they have not invented toilet paper yet. That's my answer. See how you can tell? You could tell. Like, why would you use a leaf if you had invented toilet paper and understood how to press that together and process it from a tree and make the paper? There you go. If you ain't writing, you can safely say, if you got oral tradition, you can safely say they have not advanced to writing. It's simple, bro. So we know what they was capable of. We don't know the things, everything that they did, but we have a pretty good idea, right? What you're doing is you're crossing that barrier.
No, hold up. No, just because they haven't invented toilet paper doesn't mean they didn't clean themselves.
I didn't say that.
But not inventing toilet paper is not that's not the same as them cleaning themselves.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
So you assume you assume that somebody didn't invent toilet paper, and they not being clean. That's what
saying they clean themselves.
Let me say this. I did this for a reason. Watch this. Does not paper come? The paper comes from what, yo? Tree leaves, and right?
Papyrus.
Does not a leaf come from a tree?
Exactly.
See, they're both using the damn tree though. See, you get that right? Well, one is taking the leaf and wiping his ass, and the other one is processing it and wiping his ass. You see the difference, bro? That doesn't mean you're not cleaning it, because I was in the Marines. Sometimes you have to wipe your ass with a leaf. It worked, but it ain't, you know, it's all right, but then you don't want to stay with it.
So it's the same. So it's the same results, just different methods.
Right.
Okay.
One is more advanced. One is easy to get rid of and flush it down the toilet. And
I would say one is a more productive.
One of the way most
wiping my ass with leaves, that ain't gonna get it out.
Yeah, one gonna leave your ass stank.
Yeah, well, I don't understand. First of all, overseas they don't just wipe their ass; they wash. Okay, they don't just wipe; they wash.
Yeah,
so I don't understand how that.
No, I got you. We're getting away from his point, though. You
come back to the point. For example, I'm gonna give you another example. If you don't have electricity, if you didn't develop electricity yet, you don't understand the quantum world. If you don't have running water and plumbing, you're not really there with basic physics now, are you?
Yes, indeed.
Now, you said that before, and that is not true whatsoever, because obviously you didn't take fucking physics, because you don't need to know electricity to understand the quantum world. To get to quantum in Western science, okay, you may need to know electricity to get to understand the quantum particles and all that shit. However, if we're going to look at it, we're going to look at their level. We're going to look at how they did it. They understood waves. They understood sound and vibration, and this has been proven. There's several papers written on that, how they understood sound and vibration. The quantum atoms work on sound and vibration. They work on vibrating levels. So you can't say that you need to know vibration to do what? To understand the quantum level. That is not true whatsoever.
Whoa, where are you? Okay, so I would love to. That sounds love to see that.
Yeah, go get the paper, yo.
That's pretty interesting. If you can drop that in the private chat, we can kind of look at that one. That'd be dope.
No alert. This is a moment to hit the tab.
Yeah, yo, you got knocked it off.
Like, man, so I'm trying to.
That was spot on perfect timing, because he was doing some extra right there.
Like, I'm trying to work with you, right, Mansa? But you got like you got the Mandinka Mansa with the Greek Hercules, glory to Hera.
The Roman Hercules
throwing me off, bro. Like
not even Greek. So it's the Roman version. How do you say that?
Yeah, you throw me off. But you know, the originally Greek, you throw me off with that, bro. Like I
got a red flag.
He's doing a presentation of African spirituality, and we're stuck in Egypt.
We got a red flag,
bro.
Yeah, you got a red flag, man.
Who's Pan African and proud? Who's Pan African and proud? Who's that?
Pan African and proud. What's up, man?
Good.
I'm mute.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, just change it. Yeah. Suprema Law, TSA. I get paid by the federal government, man. They make sure my check comes even during the government shutdown. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
We got an agent on the show.
We got a agent number 2 in the building. Oh, number 1. I'm number 2.
I just want to say, hey, this conversation is entirely above my pay grade and above my intelligence level. So I really just came up to say Happy New Year to all the big dogs in the house, Cedric, and everybody else on the panel, man, and to keep up the good work. When we're ready to challenge FBA, I'll be back on, but I'm just enjoying the conversation.
We gonna get back there.
Yeah, we right there.
Happy New Year, fam.
Yeah,
we right there, yo. We challenging them, yo. That you got to understand what we're doing. It's not even above your pay grade. Remember, their fundamental thing is LookerShip, yo. That's what they argue with. They argue with LookerShip, right? So I'm giving them the tools to understand first what is black. That's the fundamental thing here. How do we become black? How did the people that didn't look like the other people become black? How did white people become white? So I explained that early in the conversation. And just because a person looked like you, right, doesn't mean that person is related to you. So we got that portion of the class out the way, right? So we right there in that sweet spot. Right now, we got Hercules Man, the West African and Greek guy, Hercules. You funny, man.
Who puts Eurocentric thought on the back burner?
Yeah. And you put Hercules. So explain. Nah, I ain't gonna make you explain the name. That might have been something you was doing. Yeah, that might have been something you was doing, yo.
Yeah, you talking to me?
No, I was talking Hercules Massa, Hercules.
Yeah, so it sounds like he right there with
What was the question?
with the Egyptians understood the Big Bang. Like he right there with that. You know what I mean? That's
all the way there with that. All the way there with that. They understood chaos and order and all of that. All of that.
But didn't build on that though, but didn't continue to build on. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But what was the question? What was the question that you was talking about?
He asked you what's the question, huh?
I didn't have a question. I was saying, like, when a person got the double, so a person can say, yo, your name is Uncle Cat. So that means you in Egypt. You eat, and that's a safe bet. And then I can explain it to them. But now that was something I had early on. But everybody just called me and I like it. I like what it means, but I'm not, I'm not a black geologist. I'm not into the pseudo Egyptian thing, but I gotta give a good explanation. So my thing is, you came up here, right? And you said you getting out of putting on the back burner, but your name is Hercules. Greek name, Massa. What's that? So why did you? What was your fundamental thinking behind your name?
That's my name, man.
That's your real name?
Yes.
You was on your birth certificate?
Yes.
Your mother them gave you that?
It got to be the Mansa part. It's the Mansa.
Okay, then. Okay, then you grew up in it. You grew up in it, bro.
Yeah, you grew up in the lie, yo.
Yeah. I understand. I understand.
No, let me take that back. I ain't gonna disrespect your parents.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, we good.
Yeah, we good on that. I ain't gonna do that. That ain't right.
Can I ask Hercules a question?
At least the romance.
Everybody in here done changed their names like 7 times. Egyptian names. Everybody done changed their names about 7 times.
I ain't never changed my name. I ain't never changed my name.
Hey,
no, respect, Joe. Respect.
I didn't.
Joe.
Yeah, I didn't want
to add the hyphen. His mom ain't put no hyphen in them, dog.
I didn't change my name.
I got you, brother.
Okay, yeah, I guess you from that standpoint. Okay, yes, I changed my name.
Would you happen to be Haitian, Hercules? Are you from the island of Haiti?
No, I'm from here. I'm from the States.
Okay. Then that would have been cool if you were from Haiti, man.
Hey man, because, you know what?
If he was from Haiti, and his name would likely have been born on a birth certificate, Gene, and then he could call himself Hercules Gene. And they've been talking a lot about the Hercules gene in the news over the last a year or two in terms of genetics. So that would have been really cool, the double entendre of Hercules gene. That's all I had to say. Yeah.
You mean John? If it was in Haiti, it would have been pronounced John. Like Gene is pronounced John.
Yeah, but you got to go with the flow. Yeah, Wyclef Gene. You know what I'm saying? Hercules gene. The double under. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I pronounced the Gene. Wyclef name that like that the whole time. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I never wanted.
You need to, if you're going to engage in scientific history, then you first will see the steps and the evolution and the process to where we get to where we are today. Then, now when you're going to look back and watch the development, you will see, for example, when we look at the pyramids, that you see a building process, you see them failing, right? And it's trial and error until they get that perfect shape that they desire, right? It's trial and error. Now, I'm not saying that they, at a certain point, they didn't understand certain formulas, like how to measure a certain distance or how to calculate certain aspects of what they were doing. But even then, when we're looking at a field of mathematics that they're entertaining, it's geometry. So the romanticizing and the over-whooping, that's one aspect of it. And the other aspect of it is, again, you're making claims, right? Science, Eurocentric, quantum, world, etc. And then you're sticking that onto the Asians without them, without being able to express the steps required to get to where we are today. So no, if you do not have running water, there are certain aspects of physics and electricity that you simply did not get to yet. You are skipping steps in the process. And there is no Eurocentrism there. Science, which is universal, works in steps. You cannot skip steps. And you're attempting to make these people fly over steps without acknowledging what they actually did and how great that was in its own time, context, and perspective. But what you're doing is just anachronistic, and it's called post hoc rationalization, and you cannot do it.
Yeah, because you can
Also
fall
known
in
as
from the
religion.
mounds. You can fall in from the mounds to the mastabas, and you can see the build up to the step pyramid, the big true pyramid. You can see them working. You can see them working through it. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not steps, because they were meant to be built that way. The bit pyramid is not broken. It was meant to be built that way. The step pyramid was meant to be built that way.
You said the bit pyramid was made.
Hold up. I'm not finished.
Clarity.
I'm not finished. The advancement of science. Science started. We know science started. Science, the study of science, all this advanced stuff started in Africa. It started with them. I'm not taking nothing away from them, because you could look at what I did is I looked back at the Lubombo bone and that Shango bone. You know what I'm saying? When you have prime numbers on those bones, and and that's abstract thinking. They try to say that black people didn't have abstract thinking. There's no reason for you to come up with prime numbers, to do prime numbers for a at that time for a practical reason. That's thinking abstractly. So we could go back then and move up to the time of Kemet, and you know that they was working mathematics from all the way that time up to Kemet, and so they're not making mistakes. They're not doing steps. They're showing us. They're trying to show us things. The step pyramid is a representation. The step pyramid, from my point of view, the step pyramid is a representation of the Big Bang. The Big Bang, the so-called Big Bang or the singularity.
That's your
Wait,
interpretation.
hold up. Let me finish. The step pyramid it shows you the six steps of the singularity of the Big Bang. In Western science, it's only thought of as one happening. So from their point of view, it was not a one in time event. It was a multiple of events that happened in steps, but it happened rapidly so fast.
But
the
let's go back.
Pyramid,
this is a serious lecture. I sure hope I ain't got to pay for this.
Listen, the bent pyramid, right?
Was is not a mistake. It's not a mistake.
There wasn't a mistake in terms of how they built. It was a correction because they realized part through the process that the shit was unstable. So all that is a part of the learning curve that it took to get to the true pyramid. That's what I'm saying, right? So, and then when it turns to the pyramid and the Big Bang, like what text are you using to verify that was their intent when they were building a step pyramid? Like, where is that in their hieroglyphic writing that shows that's what they were doing?
Again, it's not. Again, you're talking about people who didn't always write stuff down. You had to be initiated.
A tiny pyramid,
they wrote everything down.
Hold up. True or false? True or false? Did you not have to be initiated to learn? Yes or no?
Initiated. I mean, writing was specific. Not everybody was literate. Yes.
Hey, look, man. Hold on, Hercules.
Yeah, you have to go to Jabari School of my art.
Hey, Hercules, my name not Uncle Keck for a reason, yo. You made all that shit up.
I ain't making nothing up, okay? Because
you did. Hold on, let me say this. What I'm telling you is, you're doing the unthinkable. You're taking away the credit, man. That's how we understand that the Nile Valley Africans in the Old Kingdom understood geometry, yo, and right angles based off of the pyramids, yo. This other claim is a pseudoscientific wild ass claim. So give them credit for what they did, no, yo. Don't take away from what they didn't know, bro. Like this, what you cannot do, bro. I'm gonna say this again. Yeah, they understood slopes, they understood right angles. That shit is high fucking level, dog. It's super high level, yo.
You stopping
Right?
at that point.
Yeah, geometry is high level, yo. Like you tripping right now.
Did I not? Oh, you don't remember me proving to you that they understood calculus?
Man, I don't know. Listen, I said what I said was, and I made the point. I said geometry.
Okay, but they also knew calculus.
Man, that's high level. Okay.
For you, that may be high, but for me, that ain't high level. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I think we are doing this
for them.
Why we acting like the Egyptians knew how to build
epoch, for that time. Again, your whole bill is anachronistic. You're using today's lens and looking back. Look at people. You're looking at the pyramid. How did the rest of the people live? Did they have running water in their home? Did they have electricity? Did they have the comforts of modern living that we have today when you're talking about quanta? When you're talking about quanta, these are the prerequisites that you need to see in your society. Understanding science and understanding science produces a certain level of technology. What was their level of technology? Stone Age, bro.
If they was, you're looking at you're looking at it from a Western perspective. You're not looking at it from their perspective. If they were so, think about this. If they were so advanced, how come they didn't pollute the earth or build anything artificial?
They weren't there yet.
Because they weren't there yet.
They didn't have combustion and they didn't understand electricity.
They didn't have gas engines.
Would that not go against Mayat?
I'm not going to acquiesce.
Would that go against Mayat?
They did pollute the earth. You tripping. They overfarmed the land and did all kind of shit. You tripping right now. You bugging.
Yeah, that thing.
You tripping. You just talking
they go
right
against
now.
Mayat. Show me where they went against Mayat.
Nigga, they killed
by keeping slaves, by killing innocent people. They went against Mayat. Why we gotta do this with Egypt? We do this with everything else.
I swear, yo.
Hold up. Let me finish. I need to go. I need to finish with this. When I talked about the step pyramid, the one thing of the step pyramid, like I said, it is a demonstration of the 6 steps of creation. And that's why they built it that way. And when you take the volume of the
creation
area,
got 6 steps.
Hold up, no. When you multiply,
wait. First of all, science doesn't talk about creation. No, I'm not gonna let you finish. Which
because you want, because you
talking
can't,
about?
You can't fucking debunk what I'm saying.
You can which 6 steps?
He's saying from the
in the Big Bang is there.
That's what he's saying. I guess he's saying from the Egyptians' perspective, I guess.
From their perspective. That's what I'm saying.
And he concludes that by watching a step pyramid. You conclude that by watching a step pyramid. So you look at a step pyramid, and in your head, the Egyptians are doing Big Bang cosmology by building a stone building.
Let me tell you something, man.
No. Answer the question.
You cannot.
You look at a 6-step pyramid in the middle of the desert, and your head goes, that's Big Bang cosmology right there. That's what your head goes.
Let him finish. Go ahead.
You cannot. We already talked about this. How in ancient cultures you could find the golden ratio and you could find pi because it's just something that's naturally found in
Not
nature.
The golden ratio. You're talking about the golden rule, like you do unto others that.
No, I'm talking about the golden ratio. The golden ratio. You find naturally it's just naturally forms because it's naturally in the universe. It's just naturally around.
It's mathematics.
However, you cannot find the Planck's constant in buildings unless you purposely put it there. And in a step pyramid, you have the Planck's constant. When you take the volume of the pyramid and the area, you take that ratio, it gives you the fucking Planck's constant. That is not a goddamn coincidence.
Why would you choose those 2 parameters? Why do you choose those 2 parameters?
Do all step pyramids have the same?
Let's see. No. Where do you get that from? You get that
no, they don't. And it's only in Doja.
It's only in Doja. Yeah, where you get that from? Yeah.
Hey, yo. Hey,
Is
yo.
that from the fingerprint of the gods by Grand Hancock?
It might be from
Yeah, I know.
It might be from
That's
Citrus.
exactly
Like
where
a
it comes
fingerprint of the
from.
gods.
It might be from Citrus.
Chariots of the gods, yo. You is not coming up here with the chariots of the gods, yo. I cannot believe you, bro. First of all, you made all that up, yo.
Okay, I'm seeing it like Robert. Okay, that's
Robert Duvall.
I'm seeing it. Robert Duvall. That's
Robert Duvall.
Yeah,
Robert
that's him.
Duvall.
Yeah.
Got him.
Hold on,
Go over that. Go over the bull. You gotta just do the math, and it equals.
Oh, man.
Why would you choose those two specific parameters? Why would you choose all the parameters that exist? Do you see it as arbitrary to choose those two parameters? That it is a confirmation bias, and again, Ozark rationalization. Those two parameters to determine that Planck constant are just randomly chosen.
Yeah, he bugged out, yo.
To choose hold up.
They're randomly chosen.
To do the parameter times the height, and do the area of a. Come on, man. Go over that, man.
Let me get this straight. They understood the Planck constant, but could not invent a chariot.
Right, because the semis did that.
How about the wheel, nigga?
Right.
You mean to tell me, yo, that they understood high level and couldn't apply it to a wheel?
Why you, man? I'm not. Again, you guys stuck on this Eurocentric ideology of what they should have. What they should have. You stuck on this Eurocentric ideology of what they should have.
No, we're saying
they knew this, but they should have did this.
Yeah, but they overworked the labor because they didn't apply wheels.
What we're saying is that once you gain a particular type of knowledge, other knowledge transfers over, like something. Absolutely. It builds upon something else. So when you see one knowledge, another type of knowledge goes with that.
It depends.
That's
on
why
your
we're saying
purpose.
because that's absent.
It depends on your purpose, though.
No, you talking. No, listen. No, their purpose is the same purpose you had, yo. See, this is where you messed up at. See, you have a Eurocentric. Hold on, you're actually falling into.
Who saw them build? Who saw them build the pyramids?
I'm in the middle of talking though, yo. We being very cordial. I ain't trying to cuss you out, Hercules Musa. Come on, bro. We cordial with this. I know you feeling your pseudo oats. I know you about to lose your mind. I know you think you know everything. That's cool.
You're right. You got your ways.
I know you kung fu. I'll throw a rock at you because I know you kung fu. You know, I
all good
at you from a distance.
Yeah, crashing out now. Yeah.
Right, I ain't wrestling you, goddammit.
It's all good.
That judo, right?
You can't trust them niggas in B-more. You can't trust them B-more niggas. I'm trying to tell you.
Chill on Baltimore, nigga. Chill.
There you go.
Listen, bro. Listen. So we understand. Are you familiar with Pythagorean triples?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. So the Egyptian mathematical include problems whose solutions matched Pythagorean triples. Give them credit for what they did, yo. You gotta stop it, yo. Like they ain't had to know everything, yo, for them niggas to be Egyptians. Yo, that's crazy to me, yo.
Right.
We can prove and verify that. Look, wait, I'm just saying, yo, the shit they did was spectacular.
I agree.
Why they gotta build a spaceship now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying, yo, so that's my whole point, yo. The shit they did was superior, yo. Did you ever seen the pyramids, yo? You tripping,
man? And bro, when you look back at all of them ancient societies back there, like they were masters of working with stone. Like, man, you can go all around the globe and you gonna find feats. You be like, man, how they do that? How they take them big, like even the old man here, how they got it where it was. Like, what the?
And then when you think about it, so they just had nothing but time. They wasn't have TV to distract.
They mastered it,
bro. I think they had more than time. The pyramids. I think they said the pyramids were built in what 30 years.
Years, man.
Years. Time, yo.
Years.
They're like 20 to 30 years. Yeah, they mastered it.
And but you know what?
And look, listen, you got that. Listen,
nobody
saw the pyramids, right? But listen, you got the pyramids. That's at 2500 BC, and then you got Göbekli Tepe like 11. They're doing it at 11,000, bro. Like they've been working with stones for.
But you know, nobody saw them building it though, right? No other nation.
Millions of people seen them building it. The civilians seen them building it.
No other nation saw them building it.
The Assyrians seen them build it. The Hittites seen them build it.
No, they didn't.
This thing became.
I'm sure the Nubians saw him build it, bro. I'm sure the Nubians. Like, what are you doing?
Who do you think worked on the buildings?
There is no record. I've looked. I mean, if you could let me know, because I've looked. I try to find out who saw them build it. Nobody saw them build it.
I think they did, yeah, because they got some of the materials they got from Levantian region, shit like that.
Everybody's seen them build it, just like you see a building get built today.
Yeah, but I mean, it took 20 to 30 years. They ain't watched the whole thing in one day.
Hey, yo, I drive by buildings being built all the time.
Right? How difficult?
But there's no record of it though. How come no other
for like 40 years?
What kind of? Hold on, man.
Look it up. Try to find. I'm just saying. I couldn't find a record of any other nation.
Yeah, but I can show you records of nations describing the
that the
pyramid.
Egyptians are building what seems to be.
I can show you the Assyrians and the Hittites describing how awesome these damn pyramids was.
Yeah, but that was
when they came and visit Egypt, like the Greeks when they came to visit Egypt.
That's after. I'm talking about during the time.
No, hold on, wait. Hold on. You're saying you've said that a few times now. We want to hear why are you saying nobody's seen them build it?
Yeah.
During the time that they built,
there's a detection.
The reason I'm saying is because they kept it a secret.
There's a detection. Go ahead. What?
They kept it a secret.
Okay, how? Put a blanket over the motherfuckers?
I don't know how.
Them damn pyramids are.
Man, so you can't keep a
Good
secret.
job. Spot on.
Keep a secret with 10,000 people over 20, 30 years.
I need you to know.
Niggas can't keep a secret with 2 days.
All I need y'all to do is find a nation that talked about them building the pyramids.
I told you this.
No. During the time that they were doing it, not after.
Don't make me do
it. I mean, when they doing it, they're probably thinking, they're like, what the hell they doing?
I'm about to say you want an actual text that say, "Hey, we're seeing the Egyptians build these pyramids."
Yeah,
what's going on?
Was they not doing trade?
I am King Isaiah of the Assyrians, and today I need to make a special note in history. The Egyptians are building a pyramid so that Manta knows that we know.
Whatever, yo. I gotta go, man.
All right, fam.
Y'all talk a lot of trash, but you know what I'm saying.
You gotta come back through. You seem like a reasonable brother.
What do you want to see, though?
You can't breathe right now, yo.
Oh, I got it. Nah, man, I gotta go, man. I got something.
Yeah, but come back and build some more, bro. Come back and build again sometime,
round two right now, you realize your eye gonna swell up. You know how
whatever, yo. My blocks are perfect, yo. My blocks
your eyes are swelling. Look, by the time you get home, your eye gonna swell up, your lip broke. You don't know it right now.
Later you gonna feel it.
Puffed up, yo. It's in the middle of the fight right now. You know, your adrenaline flowing. All right.
All right, y'all. I'm out.
Appreciate you, bro.
Peace, man. Happy New Year to you, bro.
All right, Hurt. Sosa took Hercules' strength, man, when he asked him that question about. He said, "How you validate that scientifically?" He was like, "Oh snap!"
Oh snap! Look, you motherfuckers don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, validate spirituality is crazy.
That man said they hid the pyramids.
For 30 years.
I'm building the largest monument for the world to see my power, but it is a secret. Don't tell anybody.
Nigga, what the life expectancy was what, 30?
30 years.
They was dead, but that's what happened. Niggas died.
They had to work under the blanket. I'm crazy.
Man, they probably like 15,000 people kept a secret for 30 years, man.
Hold on the blanket. Saw it up real quick.
Hey, yo, we got to move this damn obelisk by boat, but hey, what y'all doing? Ain't nothing, man. We have a little cookout. Dog. We ain't doing much, man. Oh shit!
Hey man, why y'all all the way up there with that boat getting that stone? I don't know.
Kill him!
They might know.
You see that dangerous shit?
Hold on, did he give us a reason why they was hiding?
Oh my god!
Hey man, sir, we want a reason on why they had to hide it. Why you feeling you building a house or a pyramid? That's what I wanted to hear. He ain't tell us, yo, because he know, because they knew they would have the secret of eternal life. He wanted to say some shit.
Hey, Let me ask you a question, brother. Why you think they built pyramids all around the world? Because apparently it was to connect with each other through electromagnetic signals.
Hell no, it was the easiest
Listen,
to build.
they-
That's why.
It's easy,
Listen,
right?
though, if they didn't see them build it, right, and they show up, they'd have showed up like, hey, what the fuck? Man, they would have wrote like, man, I came by yesterday, them folks got 3 big pyramids. How the hell they do that?
We ain't see it. Because they painted the black.
Y'all forgot Egypt used to be in America.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yep, and they're all up in Arizona and shit.
Oh man, yo.
God,
They built them in Arizona and then shipped them over there with the black explorers and the black traders.
Now you're getting it. Now you're coming along.
You know what, yo? Why in the hell would somebody say it's an ethnogenesis between black explorers, black traders, and indigenous black people? Yo, that shit is crazy, yo. Like, how many black traders was it? Was it 10,000 explorers that came over this motherfucker?
There had to be a lot.
Nonsense.
It had to be a lot.
To mix with them? How many?
Nah, they would, yeah.
They had to have been traveling back and forth from West Africa like every month.
Thousands, yo.
Nah, because you got to understand, like, you know, a lot of them explorers died. That's why Columbus, like, they had scurvies. That's why, you know, Columbus made it back once. He died. He didn't even get to South America.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the Chinese abandoning their seafaring little maneuvers, shit, the Chinese would have probably found this shit.
So a lot of them died like that. Even the dude that circumnavigated the globe, he didn't make it all the way around.
Guangarito is the black Spaniard that came off the ship. He made a whole million babies, and those babies grew up to be conquistadors as well.
Yeah, only other people that came over here before the conquistadors was the Vikings in Greenland.
Yeah,
and the Polynesians that reached the Eastern Islands. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of went into like some parts of South America at certain percentages.
Yeah,
but them people already, the Polynesians already would have been a related group to the Native Americans anyway, coming from that East Asian cluster.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hey, yo, that's funny as shit. That man said, yo, they hid the pyramids.
Yeah, we gotta bring him back. You gotta bring him back.
Magic blanket.
Through a magic blanket.
They would have to paint the blanket like the sand or something.
In the waters of Nu.
They made it like a what they call a sand dune. Sand dune. They ain't a pyramid.
Exactly. They had to cover the whole thing with sand, and then had no trade. No traders come to Egypt. And they're gonna go back and tell.
Maybe they grew a bunch of trees around them, real tall trees.
So now, again, a classic example of a logical fallacy. So he's begging the question.
I'm just saying, right?
That's the case of begging the question.
They grew the trees in the forest for 30
years. The trees around it, yeah.
They built the trees around it. First, they didn't grow for 100 years.
Once the land dried up, trees died, and then everybody put.
You're getting wood from all the way in Syria.
In Sidon, yeah, absolutely.
You're getting wood all the way in Syria, but they don't know that you're building pyramids.
Right.
You got Assyrian workers, Canaanite workers.
Right.
You got
in the corridor of
all keeping a secret.
Movement.
All of them keeping a secret though.
But it's a secret.
1,000 people keeping a secret for 30 years.
It's a secret, but Assyrians are working there. We have records. Canaanites, we have records. So we have these records from these different civilizations. But
that's crazy, man. Yeah, that nigga was funny, yo. He
tried. And the biggest problem, Cedric, is they gonna teach children this shit.
And that's the biggest problem. Yep.
And he's convinced of it. He built his
that's
whole argument on a fallacious reasoning and doesn't want to take a slow down. Mind you, he is talking about fourth and fifth dimensions, applying mathematics, and then talking about a Eurocentric mind frame. You see what I'm talking about? How can you be all over the place? What is this African centeredness that you are going to apply here, which is going to exclude the Greek philosophy, which is the foundation of the mathematics you're talking about? When you look back, we are seeing high-level geometry. We know that is an aspect of mathematics.
Hello, yo.
but you equate that to full mathematical understanding.
Angles, yo, you understood right angles, yo. Come on, yo. They was ahead of their time. What more you want out of them?
Right. Like, what more do you want?
Right.
The hell's going on, yo?
So now a 6-step pyramid, you go in the desert, and the Egyptian said, you know what, if we build a 6-step pyramid, this is going to be evidence of us understanding Big Bang cosmology.
He said that?
He said that.
No,
that's what the 6-step pyramid represents.
That man did not say that, yo.
He said the 6-step pyramids represent the 6 steps of creation. That's when I stopped him. So I asked him if Big Bang cosmology has 6 steps. What are these steps? And he flew off the handle. And I keep asking him. So you're telling me, man. So if I go to the pyramids right now, I look at the 6-step pyramid, and what's going to come to my mind is Big Bang cosmology. How did you do that? That's amazing.
Man. So we gotta find some non-Egyptian eyewitnesses, yo. Man, let's see. Egyptian eyewitnesses documentation inside of Egypt. Foreign description come much later, a millennium after. Outside of description of the Greeks, all right. Could the neighboring people have seen it anyway? Let me see. I don't know why that's important though, yo. I'm trying.
It's not important. That's that bullshit, man. It ain't important.
It's begging the question, huh? That's
he ain't said that for no reason.
He looking for a source that probably don't exist because they probably wasn't worried about documenting.
Why would I, the Assyrian king, mention in my records that the Egyptians are building something which I have no idea what for or why? I probably died after 10 years. The thing took 30 years to build. I don't even know what the hell they're building. What am I going to write about? And why would it be relevant to me?
You know, if it's not a weapon that's going to shoot them, like they will. He probably like they always building shit. Who cares? As long as they trying to
Exactly. Domania, yo.
Yeah.
Definitely
Egypt influenced everybody and nobody influenced Egypt. Yeah. Well, how you think they got them damn chariots moving around?
Egyptomania 101. First of all, he's talking, he started his whole build about African spirituality and science. First of all, I stopped him there. I said, wait a minute, which collective Africa? He connects some superficial dots to claim that there's a red line throughout Africa with the same spirituality, and then focus his whole bill on Egypt. Egyptomania 101. And again, he's doing all the anachronisms and all the logical fallacies that he expressed here tonight again, right? So you're building your whole narrative on a flawed premise. Like we can't get past go. What you're doing is anachronistic and post hoc rationalization. You're shoehorning modern concepts into ancient cosmology and ancient systems.
He got the hot. He got the post hot. He came in hot this, yo.
Yeah.
Oh man. So let me add this to the equation right here. That was funny. So we talked about the articles about as the title of the show. You know, we like to get off the rails and jump back on the rails, right? So it's LookerShip, okay? And we explain why it's a red flag. Oh, and so I want to make a point here off this document of what's really going on. Why are we fighting against people talking about what they saw? Right? Is that not important? What I see it, okay, in court, a person giving a first-hand account ain't the greatest evidence. Eyewitness account ain't the greatest evidence in court. But why would they be? Because they start to understand that all of us on this panel can see an event and have different statements of fact behind it. Oh, I said this. You ever seen a video, y'all, where they had a bear walk across the video and you don't even see it?
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. That video puts things in perspective. Yeah.
You missed the bear, yo. How? Some people see it, some people don't. Explain that about, you would do that. So what I want to come to is I would like to say this. This gonna wrap it up for us right here. we want to talk about your senses versus science. And so our senses are bad for doing science, man. Okay, so it seems pretty simple, doesn't it? Our first and most basic link to the universe is provided by our senses. You know, we talk about it all the time on the Pseudo Killas, man, the Community Skeptics, man. Big up to y'all watching it on Pseudo Killas. It says seeing something and hearing it, smelling it, feeling it, tasting it, grounds us in reality. So our senses must be an important part of looking at the world from a scientific point of view, right? Question mark there. That certainly sounds right, okay? But scientists have repeatedly argued that our senses are not terribly good indicators when it comes to scientific matters. We'll say it again. Neil deGrasse Tyson repeatedly argues that our senses are not terribly good indicators when it comes to scientific matters. Understanding skin color and why a person has that skin color is a matter for science, not a matter for your senses. The notion that seeing is believing, he writes in Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. That's a pseudo killer toolkit right there. Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. Get the book. Works well in many endeavors, including mechanical engineering, fishing, and perhaps dating. But it doesn't make good science. Science is not just about seeing. It's about measuring, preferably with something that's not your own eyes. I'm going to say this again. Science is not just about seeing. It's about measuring, preferably with something that's not your own eyes, which are inextricably conjured with the baggage of your brain. That baggage is more often than not a satchel of perceived ideas, post-conceived notions, and outright bias. That's important to understand that right there, because we sitting there thinking, man, I'm looking at it.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Our senses.
Hey, we do.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We develop tools for a reason. We develop some scientific tools to do this stuff.
Exactly. Our senses, after all, evolved on the African savanna hundreds of thousands of years ago. They were useful for keeping us alive. Whether that meant avoiding a hungry lion or figuring out whether a certain leaf was safe to eat. But even with highly developed senses, mankind finds a way to believe all sorts of highly unlikable things. The existence of witches, Athena being born from the head of Zeus, and the rest of it. Consider that the human machine, Neil writes in Death by Black Hole, while good at decoding the basics of our imminent environment, like when it's day or night, or when a creature is about to eat us. Oh man, hold on, man. Damn. My goodness, man. How did shit? Damn it. Man, why did it jump like that? Hold on, about what
the sensitivity on your mouse. Lower the sensitivity on your mouse.
I ain't figured it out yet. I fought with it today. I was like, man, I get that shit off there, man. Why did I do that, man? Hold on. I know it's something I'm gonna have to fight with. Hold on, here it goes. It's coming. Where bias. There you go, right here. I was at the Zeus Black Hole. Wow, good decoding bias. I got that. Okay. While good for decoding the basics of our imminent environment, like when it's day or night, or when creatures, or hold on, day or night, or when a creature is about to eat us, has very little talent for decoding how the rest of nature works without the tools, just like you said, Joel, without the tools of science. If we want to know what's out there, then we require detectors other than the ones we are born with. In nearly every case, The job of scientific apparatuses is to transcend, all right? It's to transcend the depths of our senses. You could sum it up this way. Our senses help with a lot of things, but our understanding of the natural world and the laws that govern it is not one of them. Man, that's important right there for us to get.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah,
that's some good stuff. And when we think about the conversation we're having with certain folks that go by this FBA moniker, right?
Mm-hmm.
They depend on some explorers that say they saw something. They say they saw something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they depend on that. But remember, y'all, just like Unc Red, they using their eyes, right? It's horrible. That's horrible to try to make. And biology is a scientific practice. If you want to know about somebody's biology, you got to get into science. They just didn't know. And I don't think we should be mad they didn't know. I think it's horrible that we turn around and repeat them jokers. When we got a whole genome project, you can go by people's genetic markers and we know where people come from.
Yeah.
We know the genetics tell. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's 2025. They on some mentality on typewriter stuff, man. It's crazy. just a matter, like, my mind is baffled right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Forget building the pyramid. Just imagine the work they would have had to do just transporting the sand to bury the structure. That's crazy.
I'm gonna close with this statement. Science didn't achieve maturity until we invented machines, mechanisms, devices that either replaced our senses, it's important, extended our senses, or became a whole other sense entirely. There are things going on out there that our five senses know nothing about. So that ends the lesson. Ties the whole black and white thing together. Ties in why we looking at a picture that artisans painted, why we looking at photography of people from Malaysia and different Adamese islands say they black. Your eyes are lying to you. You start beginning to understand the genes, the Hubble groups, the mechanisms that let you know that although humans are 99% the same, we have ways to figure out if that person is closely related to you or not. So just because you see that they got the same skin color, maybe the same type of hair, same type of lips, whatever, that doesn't mean that they are related to you in that way.
Facts.
That is the lesson for the day. Go back and look at the download, man. Man, I know y'all about to get y'all thing together, man. It's 6:30 or something, man. I appreciate
good goddamn going lesson, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's how we like to do it, man. Big up to Malcolm, man. Man, appreciate you, bro. All right. I know Malcolm, he's going to start teaching a class, right? Hopefully Sister Sci-Fi will join him, dealing with the medical things like that. You know, that's his profession. And, you know, we're going to keep that shit solid. You want to add something, Sosa, then we're going to go around?
Nah, man. I mean, all I want to say, man, look, Happy New Year to everybody, man. I think it was a good build, man. Shout out to everybody that came through, man. We got to get Master Hercules back through it, man. Sunturn, everybody, American Dream, the chat, everybody. Sister Software, man, we out.
Ben, what's up, man? Talk to us, Ben. Man, appreciate
you. Yes,
indeed.
Always a pleasure,
bro. Appreciate you for having the green thought, grow.
Yes, always a pleasure, Unc, man. It's always a pleasure. Peace to everybody on the panel. Happy New Year's and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Joe Armstrong, no Christian. He ain't never changed his name. I changed it.
Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year to all y'all brothers, man. Hey, this was a good show. I guess we just got to keep plugging away at it. I think we got to go over this a lot of times. I think you're doing an excellent job, Unc. I think eventually people will sit down. They're gonna say, "Man, Unc and them dudes over there, them Pseudo Killas, they crazy. Let me go read this and see what they talking about. They ain't making no sense." And then they'll probably sit there and be like, "God dang, them boys on to something." So we just got to keep plugging away at it, man. Just keep doing what you do. Happy New Year to y'all.
Yeah, the Happy New Year's, man. We definitely gotta keep doing what we doing, man. Cedric Ortega, from the islands, man. Pseudo Killer official, man. What's up?
Well, Happy New Year's to everybody. Great show. We gonna just keep doing what we do. Science Undefeated. We understand that it takes steps, chipping away at it. We gonna get better at how we bring the information to you, but we gonna keep our foot on your neck at the same way, at the same time. Science is undefeated, and I'm gonna see y'all guys on the other side of 2025. That would be 2026.
Yeah, man. We you know where we at with that, right? Mm-hmm. It's been a hell of a year, man. A whole lot of pseudos done fell. Pseudos down. The FBA. Based off our tireless work, we now understand it to be a pseudo operation with a fake ethnogenesis that make no sense at all. We firmly understand that Tariq Nasheed has created a business model, right, that should be copied, but put in its proper perspective. He's not teaching FBA history. His very model verifies that the very thing that he's calling FBA is not FBA. It's FBA pseudo is what it is. He has pseudo-mentries to back it up. His information is out of order and not on par with the scientific information and historical accuracy that Black scholars and Black scientists has brought to us. We refuse to listen to discredited white people, but would lead more to intelligent white and Black people. If you understand the words coming out of my mouth, you can understand that y'all got to get that shit straight, man. It's important to do that, man. Appreciate you, Cedric, man. Stay on their heads, man, because we're going to stay right there. No diddy. Stay right there, on this gang we doing, man.
Yeah, the No Flim Flam campaign continues. It's a straight up no flim flam campaign. You pop your head up with pseudoisms, we are forced to reckon with you.
Y'all know that, man.
Okay.
I'm your host, man. Bobby Banger, yo. Y'all know what it is, man. Somebody in the chat say, what the hell is this? I grew up listening to heavy metal, rock and roll, hip hop, jazz, Frank Sinatra, country music, rhythm and blues, and classical music. That, my man, is African American style. Man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. It was a powerful show. Go back to the lesson, man. Get those sources out of there, man. Get up to par, get up to speed, man. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat, man. It's always a healthy thing. Happy New Year, Sci-Fi. Appreciate you. Appreciate your support. The CCN, ha, 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 ha. You're a funny guy. I'm not an expert. Appreciate you, man. Seaside Vibes, man. Appreciate you, man. Sonic, man. You know what it is, man. The FBA is the feds. Now on one magnificent, man. Said Dubai. That's funny. Fontaine, man. Appreciate you, bro. You know that, man. Omar Reed. Herbert, I see you, man. Jackson, I see you, man. Be all in here, man. American Dream guy. Man, the goal, man. The Z goal, man. Y'all always in here, man. All the stars came out tonight, man. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate the Pseudo Killas, man. Man, make sure y'all like and subscribe to channels, man. And keep that thing going, man. We're going to keep it popping. There's a lot of pseudos out here today. See y'all in the next year, in the next phase, man. We up in the game, man. We keeping it positive. We keeping it productive. And with that, we out. Y'all be safe, man. No drinking and driving, man. If you drinking, get somebody else to drive. We want to make sure we see you in the next year, yo. Be careful. And defensive driving is in full effect tonight. And remember, what goes up must come down when y'all shooting in the goddamn air in the sky. Shit got to come down somewhere. Ha 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 ha.